Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. We have some Cutta Chase in Bay 29. The track is called Flammable. I've had Bay on here a couple times, man. Dope producer. And Chase is one of those cats, man. I've got a few tracks of his on my list. Best laid plans, man. I have best intentions. But every day I'm adding more stuff, and every day things get further pushed down, man. I'm not making excuses. Just going to rectify it today, man. Get him on here. And I'm pretty sure it's the first time. I apologize if it's not, but I'm almost positive it's the first time on the channel. But yeah, man, let's jump right in. See what they got for us.
Smart cat. Never does a lick of work, stays out all night, sleeps all day.
2020 vision was a facelift. Still up on a mission, man. We living in the matrix. Finger to the system and a swivel to the bailiffs. Cut a chase, spin it 360 like a tray flip. Wasted, catch me still stacking like I'm skating. Always on my grind like I'm waxing up a railing. Same out, same ins, we still be on the same thing. Rapping still rhyming like Tyson when he's training an animal. Word up on the curb, I'm feeling flammable. Burning up the herbs, man. I'm known to keep it natural. No stress, never ever listen what the Pope said. They twisting up religion, man. We're dreading up the whole head. Go bed.
Hey, man. First off, I'm digging this beat, and like I said, I've heard Chase a bunch of times on Instagram, man. The dude's got a mad flow, good rhythm, everything like that. He said a few things here, man. That whole right off the very start, like this, especially these days, it really does feel like we're in the Matrix, man. For any number of reasons, like you can make a list today. Like seriously, you can make a list today about all the things that just feel like this really can't be real, right? We're not really living this way. But yeah, man. Like, I was just thinking the other day, like, how the hell are we on the others? Like, we're closer to July now than we are to the beginning of June, and I just don't understand. Like, friggin' days, weeks, months. It just seems like it's all just going double the speed than what it used to, perhaps. But one of those things too is he's talking about nice little bar about, Tyson being an animal. That cat, man, I honestly thought, I'm not a big boxing fan, and I kind of watched it from his comeback, Tyson's comeback. I kind of watched it from the sidelines. I didn't watch the fight. I didn't anything like that. I know a lot of people thought it was going to go different. But that cat, man, at his age, like watching him hit that bag, the speed, his hands were still moving, the sound, it was like shotguns, man. Shotgun blast when he was hitting that bag. It's just, to be that age and be that fast and be that strong, god damn, the dude is an animal. And hey, one more thing about that. You say about twisting up the words, man. Never listened to the Pope because of twisting up the words. I was listening to a podcast that had Ken Burns, the film. I'm not even gonna try to say it. The documentary filmmaker. There we go. And he was talking about religion, and religion was never meant to be what it is today. And and you see that basically every religion is supposed to come from a place of love, and it seems like every time you turn around, religion is being used as a reason to hate somebody. And I want to, I know I've heard before that more people have died over religion than any other. I often think that religion is used as a kind of a scapegoat, man. There's a reason why it's easy to say, well, we don't like them because of their religion. I killed that guy because of his religion and that kind of shit. It's easy to say that, but we all know there's bigger. There's always something bigger, man. There's oil in the ground. There's minerals somewhere to be mined. There's a special trade route that got to control that. There's always something else, man, and religion is always just the scapegoat that can be used. But I'm watching Ken Burns, and he was talking about, like Jesus had never expected or he never expected his followers to form a religion in his name, and that was never meant to be the case. And obviously that's what happened. But he's on Rogan, man. It's an interesting listen. It's one of my most favorite podcasts I've heard in a very long time. It's just nice to hear just to hear somebody so in love with his art form and in the that the process of taking something and every day finding. It's kind of like this channel, man. When I put on a new artist, it's every day it's like something new, man. And it's just, you thought you knew something, you put a track on, and it's like, holy shit, another day of enlightenment. But it's a cool podcast, man. If you're into documentaries and stuff, give it a listen. Even if you're not, it's a cool one, man. Kind of went off a little bit there. I apologize, but it's a dope track so far.
Religion, man, we dreading up the whole head. Go bed, who'd have thought the court could put the coke head? Process, food for thought, you know this GMO's dead. Back to reality, we trying to see it naturally. Unlock the doors to the force and feed the family. Dusting off the 8 ball, cut about to play pool. Still stuck to this game like the gum upon the table. Something isn't stable, the government's a fable. Cradle to the grave, man, nothing is sustainable. Plastic ain't attractive, all that baggage went and vanished. Chuck that trash up in a bin bag, that fashion getting banished. Call them Biff and get a chip and get a dipper for these dim lows. Humans are delusional, this system is a shit show. Tiptoe with tyranny, I'm thinking with my feet now. Food for thought, kung fu, kicking off a freestyle. First up, never let them tell you how your word stuff. Trying to strip freedom of speech, it's time to turn up. Bang the gong, gather scone, burning up the Babylon. Power to the people till the evil one, this planet's gone. Forking out a thistle, dug it deep to lay the gravel on. The wolf is trying to whistle, but these sheep are playing tag along.
Never does a lick of work, stays out all night, sleeps all day.
Hey, ain't that the truth, bro? Ain't that the truth? I never heard it that way before. Never heard it that way. The wolf's trying to whistle, and these sheep are playing tag along. Yeah, man. I heard he's talking about the freedom of speech thing, man. I saw something the other day. Was it 12,000 people have been arrested in 2025 already? If I heard that correctly, for like stuff that they wrote on Instagram or stuff they wrote on Facebook and shit. This like there is no freedom of speech anymore, man. If that's if that's truly what's happening, and I don't know what in terms of the UK, well, what kind of laws are, well, obviously now people are getting into shit, but I don't know before that, is there some kind of, I know in the States it's the Constitution, but is there some kind of rules that surround your speech over there? Is there something that protects your speech up until now, where you can be in trouble for saying something? I mean, I'm not saying that how I was raised was a good, I'm a Gen X, and really nothing that you can say to me is going to insult me. It's like, whatever, man, fuck. I have a much thicker skin than that. I've been almost murdered at least twice. Beaten to death with a rock and left for dead, or nearly beaten to death, not beaten to death, beaten nearly to death with a rock or brick, and then left to die in a park, and trying, basically crawling on my hands and knees to my grandmother's house, and that happened when I was 5 years old. So it's the ideas of words being triggering, or words somehow being violence, doesn't really register with me. I know with some people it does. There needs to be some kind of somewhere in the middle that makes sense, because right now where we are doesn't make sense at all. But and like he's saying, man, that last bar about the wolf, if you truly kind of listen, you can hear it. There's so many people that don't want to hear that whistle, man. They just kind of want to keep following and living their life, getting stuck in that matrix. That's where they want to stay, because it's better to stay there and ignore that whistle and ignore that the truth. We've said it before, man. Being gleefully ignorant is sometimes the way people want to go, and they're completely happy with that shit. I can't live that way, but cool track, man. Again, if you're a fan of Cutta Chase, sorry it took me so long. Truly did. I didn't mean it to last to be that long, but yeah, man. If you dug it, make sure you go over YouTube channel, give it a watch, give it a listen. If you know, like I said, it dropped that album I think back in April. So if you dug it, man, maybe see what these cats did on the album and you know, show them some love. And I love you guys, man. Each and every day. Until next time, stay safe. Be good to each other.